Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to Get Melevated. I'm glad you're here and I'm glad to be here. So this is kind of a place where sometimes we talk about makeup, sometimes we talk about tarot, sometimes we talk about other heady shit. Today we are going to be getting into the second of 4 videos talking about the 4 different main psychic abilities. How fun! If this is too much for you, take it with a grain of salt because this also will bring a lot of kind of self-awareness to your learning style and ability in life. So you can take it as simple as that, or if you want to run with it. And from there, I will be making other videos on how to develop each of these senses. Stick around. So clairaudience, which is also known as psychic hearing. So I believe that as children, we were all born with innate certain set of sensitivities, of gifts in order to aid us in our spiritual journey and our life's purpose on this earth. But as we aged and got more ingrained in the 3D world, we forgot how to use these things just based off of learning simple human logic of how to be a human on the physical earth. We came from a collective consciousness, and when you're a child, you are closer to that experience than you are as an adult, which you pretty much know more about how to be a human. Duh. So I'm just going to list a few signs that this may be kind of a strength for you. The first one is that you are often hearing high and low pitched hummings. Now, if you have a hearing impairment, that is a totally different thing. I'm talking about like maybe you enter a room and you kind of hear a dull like kind of thing, okay? Because that is you picking up different senses of what's going on in the environment in the room. If you hear high pitched, that could be a sign of a higher vibrational spirit or entity around you or entering the room around you. If that's the case, if you want to take that further, maybe just close your eyes and ask in your head, hi, I'm here, how are you? I'm listening. Do you have something to tell me? And you might be surprised what you get back. A lot of people forget that in order to receive, you have to ask. So ask if you want to know. The second sign is that you are often speaking out loud to yourself in just a way of just naturally saying how you feel about things. Maybe like I do this a lot when I'm walking my dog. I'll just start like mumbling about just things. I know I probably sound crazy. The flip side of this though is that if you are maybe talking about different things that are frustrated for you in life and you just are like rambling about frustrations, which I've been there, this could also mean you have a blockage in your throat chakra and that a boundary needs to be put in place in order for you to feel more at ease and to keep your vibration up, because when you're holding back angers and things like that, no good for the vibes, no good for the tribe. So keep in mind of that. The next sign is that if as a child you often heard your name a lot when it wasn't being called, like in your head so loudly that you really thought that someone was saying it. Sometimes this can even happen in adulthood too. If no one's around else and you hear your name, like that is definitely a sign. The fifth sign is that you have a loud inner voice. It's like almost just a very clear narration in full sentences, just dialogue in your head in that way. Like it's your voice, or it could be others, but like in a way that's not like, I need to check myself in, but in a way that's just like narrating out things. Maybe you're replaying like a scene from the day in your head, and it's just like full sentences. You are wide open and receptive to messages in that way. Another sign that you are strong in the sense of clairaudience is that when you're watching a movie, the dialogue is what moves you most. It's like, oh, I can't believe they said that. You're constantly quoting from a movie. You get a really big kick out of funny things that are said versus funny things that are being shown and happening. Or if you're paying a lot of attention to the soundtrack, if you're someone who loves soundtracks of movies or likes musicals more than other genres, things like that, that is a strong sense for you. You are stimulated via audio. A very strong sign is that music moves you the most out of the other arts. Some people are very into paintings that can bring them to tears by just looking at them, but if you're someone that connects the most when you want kind of an emotional release, you're like, I want to release the sadness, I'm going to listen to this sad song, and I just really am feeling it. You connect with artists on that way. That is definitely a sign. On the flip side, you could also listen to stuff that like hypes you up, okay? And just if you're able to vibe off of that artist so strongly, like that is, I mean, you got it, honey. The 8th sign is that you are able to kind of see through what someone's saying. You have a very good ability to detect if someone is being like, oh no, I'm totally fine, like don't worry about it, but you're like, are you though? Because no, I don't think so. You are able to tell the genuineness of speech in that way, which, hey, that's freaking cool. If you're a good listener, if people like to come to you with their issues and their problems often, not even necessarily for advice, but also if you give sound advice, you are very strong in clairaudience. You'll often find, I mean, sometimes I'm literally walking down the street or in the grocery store and a random person will come up to me and start telling me like an issue or being like, man, can you believe this? Blah, 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 blah. And I mean, it's just, people just know around you when you're beaming in that way. Everyone wants a piece of that light. The last sign is that kind of loud noises, sirens, buzzers at like games and stuff just kind of irks you like to your core. It's like cringe, like that is just really throws off and disjoints your vibes. That is also a very strong sign. So you're just very sensitive auditorily to beautiful things and not so beautiful things. Careers for someone who is strong in the sense of clairaudience would be musicians. These are people that create high vibing music. They really want to participate in the consciousness in that way. It can also be people who are public speakers. Spiritual YouTubers make very good auditory. People who are strong in clairaudience. Clairaudient, you get it. As I can't speak, like what? Funny universe, funny. These are people that are able to explain things very well and clearly, and they're able to do it and tailor it to different people and personalities based on what the other people's strengths are. They just know exactly what to say in order to produce the feeling that they want and get the message across. They are good communicators. They are very good at being coaches and motivational speakers. People who are strong in this ability, they manifest best through writing in journals. So they are writing down as if it's already happened in the past. Other ways to be able to manifest and produce things in your life that you want, it would be listening to subliminals, but also be careful to which ones you listen to because they're subliminals. You don't know what's in them. Probably the best way to go around that is by making your own, which I can talk about at a later time as well. If you're interested in that, let me know below. Or if you just are listening to guided meditations, things like that will help you a lot. All right, so that is all the information I have today on clairaudience. If you connect with quite a few of these things, congratulations. It is a strength for you, and it is something that you can look in further if you feel like you want to develop in this way. So yay! Thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you next time. Bye!